Hello Crafted Shutter Watchers, welcome to another fantastic video today. And I know that you're a little interested in this title, so I will get to that in just 1 second. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out my other videos, especially my playlist, the community tab. Go ahead and subscribe if you like it and ring that bell. I got a lot of content on the way. So, last night I did a little live test. I was testing my gear, my audio mainly, when I do the live shoot, when I do the live feed, where I'm going to invite you along to direct me on a stock shoot. So I tested some equipment out last night, and a couple of you were actually popped on and said that it sounded good. That's really important because I was testing my lav mic to make sure that when I do the shoot with you, the live feed with you guys, that you can hear me well. So, I mean, without good audio, we're not going to even start. So, it's very important. Thanks for the couple people who jumped on. I deleted that live feed. It was just a little test. Now, why I never plan on retiring. And I'm going to come at this from many angles, but I'm not going to drag the video out. So I need you to listen to me all the way through if you're interested in this subject, not because I have all the answers. I don't have all the answers to life, but I'm going to really share with you what I've learned from other people. And I think that that's what makes the world a better place, is when you stop, listen, and watch, and you learn from other people. Because I would rather not make mistakes if I can avoid them, and let other people make the mistakes so I don't have to make the same mistakes. I have a couple uncles who, one has passed away a couple years ago, I was very close to, and another one of my uncles who is 85. My first uncle that had passed away, he worked towards retirement. In fact, that's all he thought about, when I'm going to retire. And he was an engineer. He was a hardworking man. He designed the ejector seats out of most of the modern aircraft in the U.S. Navy up until the year 2000 or so. If it was an ejector seat and a fighter pilot, he designed it. So he was a smart man, one of the smartest people I've ever known. So he worked really hard and he hit his financial goals and he retired. So we have a big retirement party for him. And then he sat around for a couple months in the house, and him and his wife were starting to drive each other crazy, and within 3 months he's back at work full time. Because you can't do something your whole life, all of a sudden cut it off, think you're going to go sit on a beach somewhere and be happy, because your identity is in what you've been doing for the past 20, 30, 40 years. That's where your identity is. So if you just cut it off, you're actually going to become quite miserable. When he went back to work, he worked a little less hours, and he was enjoying life again. And it wasn't just for the money. He had made the money. That's where his identity was. So he had to go back to his workplace. Now my other uncle worked in the same field I did in healthcare. In fact, he's the one that influenced me to get into healthcare and radiology in the first place. So he worked all the way through to radiology up until the point he retired around 70 years old. He's now 85. What he did is he didn't go back to the hospital, but he's an avid gardener. Okay, so he bought a house with a hobby farm where he has chickens, he has some sheep, he has a garden, and he keeps himself busy outside doing what he loves, gardening, giving vegetables away, helping other people, and taking a walk every day. So what he did is he had a plan to switch from what he was doing in medicine to what he wanted to do when he retired, but he had that already mapped out in his head. And so it's been a successful retirement for him. I have some very close family members right now who have retired, and all they've done is sit in a chair. And their quality of life has just gone downhill dramatically. Because if you just sit in a chair all day and watch TV now and then, I mean, how exciting is that? So when I see a lot of people here on YouTube saying, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to retire, what you're saying to me is you're not happy doing what you're doing right now. So you want to get to the point where you have enough money where you can do what you want to do. I wish life was that simple for you. But let me paint this picture for you. Why don't you start doing something that you enjoy doing right now? Because as you get older, your health doesn't generally get that much better. I didn't say you're going to be in poor health when you're older. My uncle at 85 he has some aches and pains, but does really well. So I didn't say that you're going to have, awful health and can't do anything. But the younger years, you're going to have more energy and you get to do more with your health. And you don't get as tired as easy. That's just a fact of life. So if you're not enjoying what you're doing now, that is where you're wasting your time. I have no plans on retirement. That doesn't mean I don't put money in the bank, okay? I'm not talking just finances here. I'm talking about life. Because I don't want to sit in a lazy chair and look at the ceiling and watch TV and figure out what I want to eat all day. That's just going to drive me insane. So if you want to retire, think about what you want to do when you retire, not I want to quit my job. What doesn't work a lot of times is a lot of people want to work for themselves. So you ask someone, do you want to work for themselves? Why? Yeah, because I hate my job. That's not a really great reason to work for yourself. I did not work for myself the past 10 years because I hated my job. I just saw an opportunity and decided to take it, and I loved all of my jobs I've done. I've had ups and downs in life, but the last thing I want to do is retire because I've seen a lot of people retire and die young. When I worked in cancer, it was the same thing. I mean, I had patients tell me over and over again, don't retire, don't retire, it's not worth it. I wished I'd never retired. I heard that for 10 years over and over again. And you know what? I believe them. I believe that you need to have a purpose in order not to retire. That's one great thing about stock video, stock photo, media. I can do this up until the day I die and absolutely have fun doing it. Showing others, teaching other people how to do it, taking my own, creating my own media, just having fun all the way around. So retirement, I'm not talking about money. I'm responsible with my money. I don't overspend, okay? But I'm not talking about that. You should put money away for retirement. But as far as living life, no, I'm not going to stop. Because as soon as you stop, you drop. Okay? Don't stop. So that's just a little bit of information for you, the way I look at life and the way I enjoy life. And I want you to keep enjoying life. And I think a camera, music, anything on the art forms that you love doing is really going to serve you well the longer you do it and as you go into retirement. Don't ever look at life as the end of a retirement. Look at life as how full you can make it up until you're not here anymore. And the more you reach out to other people, the more you expand your horizons, I'm telling you, the happier and fuller your life is going to be. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. And until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.